This is the most interesting ZTS book. Cover says ZTS, nothing else. And there's like a number down here at the bottom for maybe tracking. Open up first page. It has name, service unit, subdivision, and a place for notes. Second page is blank. This side you've got zone track and spot information book, Cheyene service unit, areas included for the Union Pacific Railroad, and this revision, very small lettering, March 24th, 1997. On this side, you have a file name, I'm guessing. Okay. Next page shows us a map. It's a well-used, well-worn book. It says Book 12, Grand Junction to Denver, Montrose Branch, North Fork Branch, Aspen Branch. Then in small print here, coming off of this branch, which has sage on it, so I think that's, says to Provo, Book 3. Coming off of this one here, says to Provo, Books, coming out of Denver. And this one, so each one's got these extra little notes. There's Aspen Branch, and then this shows Oliver, then called the Montrose Branch. This one up here, Book 8. So it's a little bit different than the other two I've done so far. Coming here, we have a list of all the stations and which page number they're on. I don't want to take this apart because it's not mine. It belongs to a friend. We both collect these type of books. He just has a bigger collection than I do. Okay, forward. Maps on the following pages are not drawn to scale. They're used as a guide. This is basically a book that Union Pacific crews know where to put train cars, or where to find train cars, how to spot train cars when they're switching. And the font in this book goes from large to itty bitty. Next page is blank. And then here we have Grand Junction, Yard 01. In this corner we have the industries. You got a Coors, you got an industry lead, Colorado Beverage, vacant, and then there's the yard. Going to our next page. Here's our businesses. I'll go slow. Sugar Beet Spur. There's a new one. And then, without manipulating this bus too much, or this book too much, there is the maps. I'm going to go Y down here, lower right corner. Continuing on, Grand Junction, still yard number 1. We have Bull Tracks, Montrose Lead, North Leg, still shows the Sugar Beet Spur we saw earlier, Boise Cascade, vacant, and here's, remember on the last map the Y was in the right corner, this shows us now in the left corner, so you know this is continuation going, guessing east. Hard to tell with these books. Some just bump back and forth. Then we come into the main yard. Still Grand Junction, Colorado. East Yard shows as Yard 1. There's a nice little map for you. And then this has the bottom showing your tracks. I'm going slow in case you want to do a screen print. Come back and have it for your reference. Fruitvale Company, Fruitvale Siding, Yard 01. So you have tracks there, and here's our map. Now when you see, with the Union Pacific book, when you see this dotted line around an area, the box, it's to represent that this and this aren't in the same place. There could be mileage between them. It's just showing you that it's two different locations. Next is Palisade. So we have Clifton Company, we have Palisade. So here's Clifton, Colorado, not company, sorry. And then you've got the box around Palisade showing that this is further down the line. There's a whole book. For our next page. Thought this one was interesting. Cameo, Colorado. So, the Cameo Sliding, Cameo Loop Track. Then you have Tunnel, Colorado. And Aiken, Colorado. And then here's the maps. Down here we've got Dubuque Siding, Una, Colorado, Grand Valley, Colorado. It says Parachute. Maybe someone knows. It's just a nickname. I don't know. We have Doss, Colorado, Lacey, Colorado, and Rifle, Colorado. There's Doss, Lacey, and there's Rifle with a lot of stuff missing, no numbers. Maybe somebody was taken out of service and they just didn't note it anywhere. Next we have Silt, Colorado, Newcastle, Chakra. There's your next group. Looks like we got a Y coming up. Glenwood Springs, very popular place. Currently, I think if you ride the American Orient train between Glenwood Springs and Moab, Glenwood Springs is a place to stop. So you have Glenwood, and then you have Grizzly. Oops, and then there is the Glenwood Yard, complete with a Y at the bottom. Next one up, Shoshone, Colorado, and Allen, Colorado. It's like a very long passing sighting. I'm in a school parking lot and lots of buses going by. Okay, we got Docero, gypsum, and sage. And then there's the maps down below. And then the writing in Docero says to bond sub to range. Bond sub to range. I'm guessing bond subdivision. Down here we have range in Dell, Colorado. That's going to be hard for a switchman to handle. Okay. Eagle, Colorado. Wolcott, Avon. Been to Eagle, Colorado. Small print says to sage to the left. And the small print says to Wiltern to the right. And the next page says it's the Montrose branch. And we have Whitewater, Colorado, Bridgeport, and Robidoux. There's the map. Then we have Delta and Lopac. So there's a main line across the bottom here. Some of these words I'm even going to try. Okay, Montrose, Colorado. Oops. Pages a little sticky together. And then we have the North Fork branch. Very fancy. And see if we can get this all in on one page. We have Rogers, Bikina, and Converse. And their maps down below it. This one is Terror Creek. Sounds like a movie name. Arco and Oliver. Something must have happened to be named Terror Creek. Next we have the Aspen branch. Been by there. Nothing was there when I went by there, so I didn't take any pictures. Okay, we have Glenwood Springs and Mid-Continent, Colorado. Bring that up so you can read those. Out of service. Citing out of service. But there's those tracks. Next one down we have Wingo out of service, Bates, Colorado out of service, and Woody Creek out of service. There's the tracks. There's a map diagram. Come up here, we got Bond, Colorado. There's the tracks. There's the map. Down below, we have Germany, Radium, and Azure. There's your, come on, work with me, book. And then there's the map. This is the third ZTS book. None of them have been the same size yet. Okay, this one's got Gore, Colorado, Kremlin, Colorado, and Amex, Utah. Okay. I do a double check there. It does say Utah. And our next one down here is Troublesome, Colorado, Flat, Colorado, and Sulphur, Colorado. There's those tracks. And there's that map. Granby, Colorado, Tabernash, Colorado. There's your tracks. There's your map. Next one is Fraser and Winter Park. Winter Park sounds familiar. It's just outside the Moffat Tunnel. So there's your map. There's the Moffat Tunnel. Then we have East Portal, Tolland, and Rawlins, Colorado, also known as Rawlingsville. There's your tracks. There's your map. And then here we have Cliff, Colorado, Crescent, and Plainview. Your track numbers and your map. Last couple pages here. Rocky, Colorado, and Clay, Colorado. Clay, you've got one sighting. Rocky, you've got multiple sightings and spurs. And there's your map. Last page is Chemspur, Layton, Colorado, and Arvada, Colorado. There's your tracks. And there's your map. And then this book ends with a blank there, and nothing on the back.